Greetings and welcome back, gentles and ladiesmen, to episode something or other of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I'm ExoParadigmGamer. Last time, we explored more of the Torvus Bog, we entered the temple, we met with Avok, and we found out more about what we're going to be doing in the Torvus Bog, which is essentially the same thing we did in Agon Waste. We're trying to find the Dark Temple by getting the Dark Keys, and in this episode we're heading into Dark Torvus Bog for the first time, and lo and behold, there's a new enemy in this room. One of the tougher enemies in the game. This is the... holy shit. They're very Wraith-like. Oh, there's another one. Okay, these are the Hunter Ing. The Hunter Ing patrol the lands of Dark Aether in search of the Horde's enemies. They can render their bodies intangible, allowing them to ambush their targets with ease. Hunter Ing can generate long deadly tentacles, which they use with great effect in battle. Cunning and relentless, the Hunter Ing will seize their prey or die. Shit. And those things be spooky. But like any Ing, they're vulnerable to light energy. Just zap a safe zone with the light beam and they will die in no time. And I can't remember... oh yeah. Tentacles. Why did it have to be tentacles? Blah. That, like, the first time I played Bayonetta, I was just like, holy shit, they did not reference that. So, at any rate, one thing I've neglected to mention about Torvus Bog so far is that I love the musical track that plays. And I also happen to enjoy the musical track that plays in the Dark version to a lesser extent, because I'd actually say that Dark Torvus Bog is probably my favorite dark rendition of a track from this game. Yeah. Well, that's actually interesting. It's an instance of like a switch that you need to activate in the light world to progress in the dark world. Usually you don't see that in this game. My disease-addled brain acting up again. So we're going to head along through here. I mean, like, do people really think the environments in this game are that... I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous. I love the color, like the red and the blacks. It's a nice contrast, but it's also very complimentary. I'm no artist. Pay no attention to me. So, that boss down there is probably one of the fan least favorites in the game. If you are concerned about your ability to survive, you can, of course, recharge your health down here. There's also that save room back there that you could use to refill your health and save the game. I'm not going to do that because if I fuck up, or like if the recording fails, then I have to redo the entire game all over again. So I'd rather just get things done and over with. No, none of them are... okay, that one drops some. I do wish... I am grateful that that you can stand in the safe zones and replenish your health, but at the same time it goes a little, kind of goes pretty goddamn slow. So it's kind of like you can either bum rush it and risk getting killed, or you can stand around for what feels like an eternity and be prepared. It's up to you, and knowing is half the battle, or some shit or other. Welp. So how was your guys' day? One of my classes got canceled, so that's good. Which is why I actually have time to record this right now. Okay, let's go. Things be getting spooky all up in here. And it's also October, so there's that. Whew. This is the Boost Guardian. This warrior Ing has absorbed the power of the Boost Ball. It can boost blast towards its enemies using its body as a potent weapon. When it is not in solid form, engaging it in Morph Ball mode may provide better attack opportunities. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this fight. Of course, it is weak to Light Beam, but it is also weak to Super Missiles, and that's probably a good strategy to use if you so happen to run out. Okay, so this guy has something of a nasty gimmick. if every once in a while he'll go into Morph Ball mode. And once he does, he will use his Boost Ball ability on you. The best way to snap him out of it is to hit him with a Morph Ball Bomb. If you can actually manage to hit him with one, then he'll turn into a puddle, and then you can Bomb Blast him to get him back into his regular shapes. Whenever one of those pillars are destroyed, and you can actually destroy them with a Boost Ball yourself, once you get the ability. Spoiler alert, when you beat the boss, you get the Boost Ball. It'll drop 100 energy units. And then that's a great way to get your health back really quickly. Now, he will also spawn little inglets, and those can be annoying. Now, from what a lot of people seem to consider this one of the most annoying bosses in the game, and for some people it came close to being a deal breaker. Like, they died way too many times on this thing, and I don't know, I don't want to be a hypocrite, because like I complain about stuff being hard all the time, and then people are just like, how dare you find this hard, the Death Egg robot's not that bad. But I never had trouble on the Boost Guardian, ever. I mean, like, the only real issue with it is that you do take a lot of damage on him. Like, if he hits you, it hurts. But you have like so many chances for health, and he takes damage so quickly. He's really not that bad, at least not in my experience. But lo and behold, the LP curse is probably going to make my life hell for saying that. I mean, like, I suppose if you haven't been keeping up with like energy tanks and stuff, he might be kind of tough, because, well, it's a little different than Prime 3, where like energy tanks are like required at all times to beat anything in the game. But it's probably one of the reasons why I do not like Prime 3 as much as the other two, but, you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. Point is, Light Beam ammo is great. Just use the Morph Ball and Boost Ball, the Morph Ball bombs when he goes into his Boost Ball form, and then you should beat him relatively quickly. With relatively little trouble. Like, I'm pretty sure once he snaps back into his regular form, I'm gonna kill him right away. I wish he would do that sooner, because like it seems like I've been hitting him many times and it's not done much. I mean, really the only difficult part about this is that there's no safe zone. So like, you're constantly losing health through the whole battle, and he's got his little inglet mooks attacking you the whole time. Oh shit, he's trying to possess me. It's actually doing a lot of damage. Then he gives up. I don't know if that's the energy transfer module, or if Samus is just a badass or something. Ah, shit, I'm out of light ammo. Not really a good way to get more, so I think I won. No, I gotta hit him one more time. There we go. Ooh, I cut things a little close. Yeah, you gotta wait for him to die. So that would be really annoying, is like if you just barely kill them, and then it's just like while you're waiting for him to die so that you can get those pickups that are like right next to it, your health runs out and you die. That would have sucked, but anyway, there we go. Boost Ball, Boost Guardian, not that bad. I mean, like, honestly, this is kind of one of my shittier runs on that boss, but at the same, another thing to keep in mind is that I also have to commentate live, so the recording curse, as it is known. So yeah, really not that terrible. Okay. And now I just realized that I have no idea how long this particular episode has been going. I'm gonna go for a few more minutes, because that seems about right. So there is a Dark Torvus key in this room. It's like right next to the Boost Ball boss, right after you get the Boost Ball. There is no excuse. Do not miss this. Do not have to backtrack for this. That is not one of our special Dead Luminoths. Alright, now that we have the Boost Ball, we can get through here. And we can head over in here. I'm kind of bum rushing this, I'm sorry. I'm sure Eric is proud, but the rest of you are probably like, playing like shit, Exo. What's wrong with you? I do not want to save. But if you just won against the Boost Guardian, you probably will want to save. So like, even if you have trouble with the Boost Guardian, there's a save point like right fucking next to him. So, I don't know. I really do not. I really think that the negative response to the Boost Guardian boss is a little overblown. He can be a little tricky in some aspects, but he's nothing that should take you more than like a few tries to beat. But regardless, I don't know. I'm sure that there legitimately are people who had a lot of trouble on that boss, and I would respect that experience. But at the same time, you know, it's pretty easy. You know, like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix right now, and I cannot tell you how many fucking times Roxas kicked my ass. That boss is like impossible. I only managed to beat the fucker because like I figured out that, oh, if you use limit form and you use this special combo finisher, then it like drains a half of a health bar in one hit. If it wasn't for that, and even then it was pretty tricky to use because like he can stun kill you so quickly. Like I really feel like maybe they didn't test the final world of that game as well as they should have, because like Roxas and Shigbar, I think is his name, like they are so unbelievably hard, and then you fight like Luke Sword and Sykes, and they're so much easier. It's just like, did they even test the world that never was? And this is the final mix version, no less. The Game of the Year edition, quote unquote, of Kingdom Hearts 2. The HD remake of that remix, no less. And they still got these massive difficulty spikes in the final world, and it's just like, point is, compared to Roxas, the Boost Guardian is fucking nothing. And now that I've bitched about that, where are we? Yes, that's where the save room was. So I think what we're actually going to do next is, is that a new enemy? It is. We'll identify. Ew, that thing is hideous. Look at that. Ew. It looks like an Octorok with a anteater snout. This is the Crocus. It thrives on toxins it extracts from its surroundings. It separates an acidic trail in its wake as it roams in search of nourishment. The durable mollusk can be damaged when it exposes its toxin-absorbing gills. Few weapons can penetrate the creature's shell. So basically it'll open the back and then you can actually hurt it. I don't know, I think this is the only room these enemies are in, so it's just like, you don't have to fight them. Dark Beam is pretty effective. Okay, we're gonna open this real quick. If I can fucking get in it. And now we've opened the gate in both the dark and light versions of this room. So now that we have the boost ball, taking a page from Metroid Prime 1, there's some backtracking we gotta do. So what I think is, I'm actually gonna end this recording session and start another one, and then we're gonna head back to some previous areas. And it's actually really not that bad. Like, there's some people who will have you believe that, oh, the backtracking in Metroid Prime 2 is so terrible compared to Prime 1, when I really think Prime 1 is a much bigger offender in that regard. But regardless, we'll see more about what I'm talking about in the next part. So I'll see you guys then.